And we are back, folks, for another edition of the Michigan Football Film Study focused on the defense with Mr. Vance Bedford. I want to start off like I have every episode this week with thanking those of you who watched last week and sent along your well wishes and condolences. My heartfelt thanks and prayers because all of them were well received. All of them were uplifting, to say the least, at a time of great need, and still are well received because they are helping me put one foot in front of the other. I told my man Vance, this is therapy for me right now. The opportunity to do this and be here with you guys, and so as much as it might be, you watch football and you complaining about a whole lot. I enjoy the opportunity to complain about football right now. So it's good for me. It's good for me to be with my man Vance on this film study, brought to you by Tom Brady's Autograph app, the exclusive home of the football film studies and the football film study focused on the defensive Vance Bedford. Vance, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. It's so good to be back with you. Like I said, my thoughts and prayers were with you and your family. But like I said, it's good to see that smiling face and that energy back on the Live at Five video, man.
Yeah,
So glad to have you back.
yeah. Shout out to my man Josh Newkirk. It was trial by fire, Vance. I said, hey, Vance doesn't take it easy on rookies. So, hey, Vance say if you're on the field, you're a veteran. you know,
Josh did a great job. We had a good time. I mean, we went through a little hiccups early on, but we got through it. So he was great as a substitute. He's not ready for the prime time all the time, though.
so listen, folks, I tell you all the time. Listen, the exclusive home of the film studies right here on Autograph. And make sure when you're on Autograph, you take advantage of all the opportunities that come along with. So when you watch this football film study, focus on the defense with Vance Bedford, you are gaining points. You're accruing points. Whatever you do, if you're watching film studies, you're reading blogs, you're listening to podcasts, every time you do something like that, what you normally do as a fan, you're gaining points. And then later on, you can redeem those points for rewards. Great idea that Tom Brady and his crew came up with, rewarding your loyalty for being a fan. So take advantage of that. Tell all your friends about it. It helps you, it helps us, it helps our partnership with our friends here at Autograph. And by the way, we didn't forget. We didn't forget. See, you think that just because the bye week is coming up, it's not this week. But after Michigan plays Washington bye week, a lot of you taking a break, not us. See, we're gonna be focused on those Buckeyes. See, a lot of y'all are giving up on the season. Y'all say there's no way that's gonna be a game. I remember back in 21, Vance. I don't know if you remember back in 21. Michigan played Washington. They won the game, but the quarterback went 7 for 15 for 44 yards. You remember that?
Ooh, wow.
He went 7 for 15 for 44 yards. That's what the quarterback who started in 2021, that was his stat line in that game. And Michigan went on to have a pretty good season, went on to beat the Buckeyes. Now, I'm not saying, I'm not guaranteeing you, I'm not promising you that history will repeat itself. I'm just telling you that we have seen, you know, subpar quarterback play blossom into something different. So maybe it could happen, Vance. Maybe it could happen. So
It
we
could happen.
we're gonna prepare you people for the possibility. So my man Vance gonna be on the job, checking out those Buckeyes, scouting those Buckeyes better than Connor Stallions. They made a Netflix special on Connor, and he ain't got nothing on Vance.
I
Nothing
have
on.
yet to look at it. I have yet to look at it. Don't plan on looking at it. Could care less.
See, but I'm telling you, when he does look at it, the Buckeye breakdown is gonna be like nothing you ever seen before. Cause see, we got the all 22. We got the all 22. And the eye in the sky don't lie. Eye in the sky don't lie. It don't lie. We can see what they're doing and then give you the scouting report. Give you the scouting report on what's happening and break it down, do the film study, TV copy film study, and break it down for you in the bye week. So if you can help fund that film study, fund that Buckeye breakdown, we're going to put the link, the PayPal link in the description. Going to put that PayPal link in the comments. If you can help out with that, help Vance, help Tiki, help Maggie. Vance said he just put some ribs on the grill last week. Ain't that right, Vance?
Man, I had them Dino ribs, meat about this short ribs about that thick. Man, it took 9 hours. But
So
you know what? They melted in your mouth. Thanks, sure
yeah.
was good.
So that means those ribs are gone, right, Vance?
Oh, long gone. They didn't last long now.
Long gone. That means those ribs out of there. That means you need more ribs.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we need to replenish the stock. We need more ribs. You need to replenish the rib fund, folks. So let's make it happen. Help fund that Buckeye breakdown film study. Let's get to it, Vance. Michigan got out to a great start, like we've seen them do the last few weeks. It was 21-3 at halftime. Probably should have been 21-0 at halftime. It started out with an outstanding defensive effort, especially by that defensive front. Minnesota couldn't block them to start this game.
They couldn't. Man. To be honest, watching the game, it appeared it was going to be a blowout. I'm thinking this is going to be a blowout. The way we're playing, the defensive front's playing well. Wink bringing different blitzes, playing zone, simulated blitzes. I'm like, right now, watching the game, it's going to be a 35-7 game. That's what it looked like. But it was a dogfight in the fourth quarter, and we had a punt return and some penalties, some different things. All of a sudden, they back in a ball game. And it appeared we got a little bit tight out there, the way the players were playing. They weren't playing loose and getting after it. They looked a little bit tight. But that goes with a lack of experience. Last year we had great experience. 2 linebackers, 6th and 5th year seniors. Little Mike at nickelback. We had so much veteran leadership. We never got tight. We don't have that at the present time. And at times it shows up in the big games.
Well, I'll tell you what, you always call it like you see it. And if you see a player not making mistakes in games, you say, hey, man, this guy needs to pick it up. You said that with Michael Barrett a couple years ago. You say, hey, man, Michael Barrett needs to pick it up. Michael Barrett's daddy was in the film study.
Yes.
He said, Vance, you got to take it easy on my baby. Vance said, I don't take it easy on babies. I spank babies in the ass. That's what Vance said. So he went and said, okay, Vance, I'm gonna pass the message along to young Mike Barrett, and young Mike Barrett turned into a big-time player. Well, there's another linebacker that you was like, hey, he needs to pick it up. Number 15, Ernest Hausman. And that leads us to the first play, because the last couple of weeks, Vance Bedford, Ernest Hausman has picked his game up several notches.
He
outstanding.
He really has. And I'll tell you what, and I've been on Wink a little bit too. This is a great design defense by Wink right now. Okay, we're going to have it highlighted, but to illustrate it, but this is bare, and we dropping both of the outside backers. Man, this is a great job. This is a screen. We have a bunch of screens in this ball game. They are playing us for pressure. They're playing us for man-to-man. So when the quarterback looks at this right now, he said, I see bare cover 1 is what he sees. But we're going to drop both our outside rushers, and they take away the screens or slants, anything else. This is a great design by Wink. The quarterback reader is man-to-man, and my man Hausman is in great shape to make this for a no play on a screen. So let's let this run and see the illustration. Great job. But again, you see the illustration. The 5 down guys are blocking the big guys one-on-one. Okay? Out wide, the receivers are start blocking our nickel back and corner. What's going to happen? So the tight end, he's going to release to block the most dangerous guy, and this is going to be a screen to the tailback. But see, we are dropping both our defensive ends. We're in bare front, which means we got a 0. Here we go. We got 2 guys lined up on the guard, 2 wide 9s. So we have the nose is going to the field A gap. The Mike is blitzing the boundary A gap, and both 3 techniques are ripping for contain. Okay? In the back end, we man-to-man, but we are dropping both of the outside rushers. This is great for flare plays, for screens. They can get in the windows for slants. Outstanding scheme right here. I really like what he's doing right here. This is a great job. This is a great job right here. So my man Houseman playing the field in outside backer here. This goes right into his vision. We get a tackle for loss in the first quarter right now. I mean, great scheme, great execution, the whole package. It's a nice job right here. Really nice job. But you can see him running inside out. You can see right now, that's a great job. Great job, great job, great call. I mean, all the way around, good football play. And we tackle them better in the open field. Look at the guys get off a block. Look at this. You can't beat that. That's Michigan defense right there. Great job, great call by Wink. Again, good look. It's a screen. That's all it is. When they had silver screens on us, I don't believe any of them worked very well. I mean, we executed defending the screen throughout the day.
I don't know what happened. Somebody lit a fire under that young man's behind.
I think he's been listening to us. We've been on him right now. I mean, I'm glad he got some tough out skin.
I mean, Vance. Woo. Vance. I'm like, somebody told young Mr. Houseman. They said, young fella, we got number 30 over here ready to come in the game. Something happened.
BJ probably say, man, don't listen to the Michigan Insider because Coach Bedford's on you hard. She probably went right and listened to it and see I was on him too. Exactly.
No, good for him. Good for him. Because that's something that I know you're big on, Vance. You make it a point on a weekly basis to really seek out, especially guys who you talk about from the standpoint of when they've had some games where they've had some tough plays.
Yeah.
You really seek them out to see if they made positive plays, right? And to highlight them.
Each week is a new opportunity for them to grow and get better. Again, I know he played some last year, and the expectations are really high for him right now. He is very athletic. But the biggest thing for him is getting playing time and understanding the game as a starter and not coming in off the bench and playing 15, 20 snaps a game. It's totally different. The pressure is different. The leadership is different. Everything is different. And now he has to step up and be that guy, which he wasn't used to doing. I have seen that progress in each game so far this year.
Yeah, and I tell you what, it hasn't been hard to find really big plays from him these last few weeks because he's made several of them and led the team in tackles this week. All right, so let's get back to it. Vance, another one, as we've been talking about here, you've been highlighting number 20, man.
He's picked up his play too because I've been on him real hard. I mean, but he stepped up to the plate. Okay. Again, this is Rock 2 roll. Again, another great design by Wink, doing a great job. I look at this right now, this picture right here. Okay. I'm thinking man to man. The only thing that tells me not man to man is that into the boundary. This is forward to the boundary. Number 2 is not covered. So if I'm a quarterback, I'm thinking zone, some type of zone pressure, but he's not looking. So I'm going to say the quarterback coach from Minnesota is clueless right here. So that's the best thing about my role. I can say what I want to say because the quarterbacks look up with 2 not covered, so they're not playing man to man. They got some kind of zone pressure on. So that's what he should be thinking right now, but he wasn't looking, so he don't know that. So that's on the quarterback coach from Minnesota. Here we go. We know we got something on right now. Here we go. We got this blocking scheme right here. Okay. It's like a duo type concept for these guys. The back is blocking off the edge to the field. Okay. And again, this is nickel rock. The nickel back's coming off the edge. And we got, I call it stick route. All these guys are going to the sticks. It's first down and 10. So quick passing game, anticipating some form of man-to-man. This is going to be a great job as far as coverage. The quarterback has to pull his ball down and run. So you got all 4 receivers going to the sticks. The back is standing and block off the edge right now. Okay, now we're going to go to the defense. This is really good coverage here. The nickel back coming off the edge. We angling back to the boundary. So the 3 down guys inside, they're angling back to the boundary. This has been a big call for us the previous 3 years. Okay. We're going to roll to the field, 2 roll. In other words, cover 2 to the field. So that means that the boundary corner, you can see is a half field guy. The boundary defensive end is going to the flat. The linebacker next to him is vertical hook. The other linebackers curl to the field, and now that safety is behind the linebacker. I call him a robber. They can do so many different things with him. And what I've been watching him more and more, he's reading the eyes of the quarterback, and he goes to that side. Okay, the field corner is rolling up as a cloud corner. The guy in the middle of the field, he's rolling to the field one half. So we're only rushing 4 guys. That's all we're doing, rushing 4 guys. We drop in 7. 4 plus 7 equals 11. So we set and ready to go. Again, great scheme, great look, and great execution by the corner at the top. But let's let it run and see what happens here. But again, Wink is coming up with some good looking designs and disguises. Look at the coverage. Yeah. Everything's taken away. That is a great job.
Still a great job. And still only bringing 4 guys.
Only bringing 4 guys. Simulated pressure. Things we've been doing for the previous 3 years. And the best thing about it, he has nowhere to go with this football. The corner rolls up. The safety reads the quarterback eyes. He goes to the tight end to the field right now. He takes that away. That's where the quarterback wanted to go with the football. And so there's nowhere to go. So it's to pull us down and run it. Again, this is a great coverage, great execution. The guys do what they're supposed to do, and look what happens. Good things happen for us right here. But one more time for me. I want to watch the defensive end, number 42, to the boundary. I want every eyes on him. Watch how he expands to the face of number 1. He expands to number 2, to the face of number 1 to take that guy away. Again, great job by him. Football is about execution on D. If you execute, quarterback has nowhere to go with the football. See, that's a great job. Look at Sam playing with his eyes. That's a great job. I just wanted to show that as far as the execution. Rock is something we've been running for the previous 3 years. The rotation, really good coverage, really good job all across the board, and a good disguise by Wink.
As I was saying, I kind of jumped the gun a little bit, talking about you call him Thrill. They call him
Thrill Hill. The Thrill is back in Thrill Hill, baby. He balled out in this game. He made some nice plays right here. I mean, I love it. So again, this is 2 robbers. So when you look at this is over defense, but we show him blitz again. The safety that came over, he becomes a robber. We're playing 2 deep. That's all it is. Both corners and press, they cloud technique. That's what they are. And so as we come over, we're robbing the quarterback's eyes wherever number 3 goes. And this is a great job by my man, Mr. Hill. He bringing the Thrill back to his game and his name. I love it, baby. I love it. I mean, again, why is this quarterback throwing this route against a press corner? I mean, they asking for it. Again, quarterback coach, get your act together in Minnesota now. Here we go right now. This is a great job. We're in a cloud corner. Look at this play. He beat the block, a TFL. Nice job. Nice job, Mr. Thrill Hill. You back, baby, on Blueberry Hill. That's a good thing in this day. But again, each week I have seen the progress of this young man from the first game until now. It's gotten so much better. I mean, that's a good job right there. That is an excellent job. Tackle for loss.
Yes, it was.
But the design, when you look at this look right here, that they send all these guys close to the line of scrimmage, but guess what? This is another screen. He's anticipating some type of pressure. But again, we running pressure with zone defense. We're in some type of 2 or 2 roll, some type of cover 3. It's not man to man. It's more zone. And you can see the eyes of the linebacker looking. You can see the robber, the safety who came over, which is nothing but a glorified nickelback. He's reading the quarterback's eyes. I mean, it's just cover 2 is all it is. A different way of playing it, but that's all it is, cover 2. So people think he's playing man-to-man 50% of the time. You are wrong. He's probably man-to-man might be around 15%. So that's not very high, but it looks like it because of how the secondary is looking sometimes. But most of the time, we're going to some type of zone, whether it's cover 2 or cover 3.
Yeah, and that's another thing to point out because Wink was clear. He's been irked by a couple of things. He's been irked by people calling him Don Brown, clearly. He's been, and more specifically by this notion that he blitzes all the time. So noteworthy on that particular play was, again, only 4 guys.
Yeah.
Only 4 guys on the pressure, Vance. I mean, there are 5 guys on the line of scrimmage, but only 4 guys wind up on the pressure.
He
So
does more of that. A simulated pressure. He probably run a little bit more zero pressure than the previous 2 guys. Okay. And he probably zone pressures more than they did. They played a lot more coverage and bringing 4 guys in form of fashion. From that standpoint, he's more aggressive with his calls, but it's not really man to man all the time. So it looks that way because we have such tight coverage in our 3 deep or our 2 deep. But no, Don Brown, was the old fashioned cover 2 where the corners jump inside, they playing straight man. And it's nothing like that at all. It's totally different. I mean, we are simulated pressure with zone behind it most of the time. And we do zone pressure more than what Jesse or Mike did. But at the same time, it's not man-to-man pressure like people think it is. So no, he's not like Don Brown. So Wink, I got your back, brother. You're not like Don Brown. You're not playing all that man-to-man. So, hey, you don't worry about them guys. I mean, let it be like that walrus and let it roll right down your back and just do like this. Go ahead. Get off my back. I'm good. He's old enough to realize, don't worry. He used to hang out with Rob, Ryan, all those guys. I don't know why he even being fazed by that. Those guys could care less. They said and did crazy things all the time. He was right with those guys. I mean, so he's one of them. So what is Wink worried about and talking about? I can't believe he even been out of shape about that. Wink, let it go. Can you grow your hair long like the Ryan boys? And now you really would be OG. Okay, we rolling right now.
All right. On to the next one, Vance. Let's keep the film study rolling. All right. So,
this is a great play. This is a rock in. This is rock in. Cornerback again made a great play. It's another great play right here. This is another screen. This is another glorified screen. I mean, so they try to screen us to death, and a lot of them been on first down. But you can see the blocking right now. What's going to happen right now? Okay. The receiver's going to bubble back deep. The receiver to the field is going to crack, tight end arc release right here. And you can see what's happening in this situation right here. So this is rock. In this particular situation, though, when we get to the defense, to the defensive end going inside, he goes up the field. The nickelback now blitzes in the B gap. And we angling back where? To the boundary. Okay. So again, this is another simulated pressure, is all it is. Okay. The safety to the field, he's rolling down as your curl flat dropper. We are 3 zone across the board. So again, we're in great shape for the screen. And for some reason in this game, we had a lot of what I call tight formations by Minnesota, trying to anticipate certain things. So you can see the coverage right now. Okay. So we're 3 deep, 3 underneath is what we actually have here. But again, my man, Thrill Hill makes a nice play. He recognizes that the safety is getting blocked. He pulls the trigger and makes a nice play right here. That's a great job. Now, the only issue I have with this play here, Sam, the safety rolling down, his fit, he got to turn this ball back. He can't do that. But because he'll pull the trigger and makes a great play, like I say, boy, the thrill is back in Blueberry Hill. Boy, that's all I got to tell you right now. This is a nice play because the safety, he came underneath the block. He can't do that. He is totally wrong. But cracking in place, because he'll pull the trigger so fast, they couldn't block him. So they got 2 blockers for him right now because he recognized the play. He makes a great play by just doing his job. The safety here, in my opinion, is wrong. He can't do that. He only needs 2 blocks. They got 2 blockers out there right now in the corner. If he don't make this play, we could be in trouble. But the pursuit is great like it's been throughout the year. The safety fit is bad, but the corner made a great play by doing his job. Just do your job and we win. So they got 2 blockers for the corner right now.
So you got to highlight what you're talking about. So look at the 15-yard line.
Yep.
He's talking about, hey, you
He cannot go inside.
Like that.
But you know what else helps us out right here? Because this is rock in. The defensive end, he went up the field. That also made the ball bubble more to give the corner a chance. See number 8 right here? He made the ball bubble deep because he was going vertical right now. That also helped us out in this situation. So with him doing that and the corner pulling the trigger, that makes this play. The safety rolling down. If you look at this play now, he's inside of 3 guys. He is forced. And what force means, I got to turn the ball back to my other defenders. He took a bad angle to the ball right here. And because A did a great job getting vertically up the field and the corner pulled the trigger, this makes the play. And a great pursuit inside out helps out tremendously. But again, Thrill Hill, baby, keep on balling, son. You are starting to be on the come. I love it.
That wasn't even his biggest play of the game.
No, not at all. Not at all. He keep on rolling.
Yeah, that's still to come. They need him too, because no Will Johnson in this game, no Josiah Stewart in this game. I mean, those are game record players.
Yes, they
not
are
playing in this game.
We need him to show up. And right now, this is a coverage, and maybe they run this and I didn't know, but this is 3 buzz. So right now, and what that is cover 3, but we're rolling strong. In other words, we have 2 defensive backs, a nickel back and a safety. They become the curl flat and hook curl guy to the field. So when you look at this picture right now, it appears we are playing man to man. That's what it looks like. This looks like this is over cover 1. We're only rushing 4 guys. So if you look at this picture, the corner would have number 1 man to man, the nickel back has number 2 man to man, the safety has number 3 man to man, and the corner to the boundary is man to man on number 1. That's what it looks like. We're playing cover 3 right here. So we call it 3 buzz. Some people call it a strong buzz. So however you want to call it. Again, this is a great scheme, a great matchup, and it's a nice change up from what we normally do right here. Okay, so let's let this run, and we're just going to talk about the coverage right now. And you can see where the linebackers are dropping. They all dropping weak. But Mason Graham makes this play. He beats this guy like a cone one-on-one. I mean, that guy right there, he probably got a concussion from this one play, the way he beat him like a wet dog out there. I felt bad. I said, can't get a man a raincoat. That's embarrassing right here. But again, good coverage in the back end. We want to just tell us straight, this is a different coverage we hadn't talked about in the past. Again, a strong rotation by the secondary. We're going to go to the end zone copy. And Mason, watch 55, man. He a 3 technique. He beat this guy. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. My man hurt his back trying to bend over and block Mason. Look at 78. Come on, 78. See, on that play, I'm telling 78 on the sideline, you get no food on the plane when we go back home for being whipped that way. We're going to give your food to somebody else. He's not going to eat Sam. I'm not feeding him. He didn't earn his keep, Sam. He not getting no groceries. Baby, no. And I had steak and shrimp planned for him. He getting nothing. He don't even get a hot dog, Sam. I can't give him a hot dog.
So Vance, obviously Mason made this play, but you highlighted the coverage.
Yes.
And I think it's noteworthy because it sounds like, from what you're saying, this is a different look that Michigan showed here. Exactly. Is that right?
It looks like man-to-man because we have all defensive backs on 4 wide receivers. But yet we're just playing 3 deep zone. So, and what that tells the linebackers, with that nickel back or strong, say, I'm strong right, that tells both inside backers they got to push the other way. So your will linebacker to the boundary, he becomes your curl flat defender. That linebacker to Mike, he's straight back on the hash, he's a curl. So we got 3 deep and 4 underneath. It's just 3 deep zone. That's all it is. And again, it's made to appear like it's man-to-man because you have a defensive back on all the receivers. And again, it's a different look. So the quarterbacks will read this as man-to-man. And yet we're just playing 3 underneath, 3 deep, 4 underneath. But Mason, come on, baby. Don't make him hurt like that. Don't make him hurt like that, boy. Whew.
Number 55 was on the mission. He likes playing Minnesota. Remember, last year, he came back against Minnesota with the club on his hand.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because he had been out, came back, and it was like he had missed the beat. He was out there clubbing him with the club.
I bet number 78 was a guy he was clubbing. He probably still remember that club from last year. He's like, oh, no, not again. Now he got both hands live at 5. He's like, I'm in trouble. Can I get some help? He probably said, hey, Senator, can you turn this way? I got the club is back.
And then the refs decided they're going to help him out, gave him a hands to the face. Like, come on, my goodness. This ain't hands to the face.
Well, that's the only chance he had to put his face in the way. He's like, I can't block him, so I better put my face on his hand so I can get a call.
Like, ref, you can't see me controlling this man with my hand in the shoulder pads. Come on, ref.
Yeah, they had some tough calls down the stretch.
All right, on to the next play, Vance. And so we'll keep it going. And as I pointed out, you were talking about all these great plays, all these positive plays by, you call him Thrill, his friends call him Suge, Jair Hill. He wasn't done, Vance. He was not done.
He's at the top of the screen, fellas. We got him highlighted. This is a really good play. Finding the ball. He cut the guy off, so he had no room to come back for the ball right here. And he comes down with a foot in bounds. I mean, 21-0, that much time left in the second quarter. You couldn't ask for a better situation than that right there. That's a really, really nice job. That's a nice play. I'm so happy for this young man to see him step up right now. Look at him play through the eyes, get some position, find the ball, and toe tap that in bounds. Really nice job.
Yeah, he said, and I stuck the landing.
Like I said, there you go, Thrill. And they say they call him Suge Knight, huh? Go ahead, Sweet Feet.
Yeah, he's out there making it happen. Good for him, man. Good for him. You know, that's just gonna make him stronger. When number 2 is on the other side, because you knew, and he knew, you got a whole lot of work coming your way, son. It's a whole lot of work coming your way.
You know, both of those young corners, they did a good job. I mean, to come in and do what they did. Wheeler was on the sideline, and they stepped up to the plate and did what they're supposed to do. Next man up is what Lloyd Carr used to always say. You're at Michigan, it's the next man up, and you keep on rolling. And right now, we are starting to see some of these young guys, next man up, they stepping up and they making plays.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Good for them, and good for Michigan. We're starting to see them develop some depth, and they're going to need it as they get deeper into the season. And we saw them need it in this game. It was put to the test late in the game, too.
Real late.
Right. Later than they wanted it to be. All right, Vance, a show play that we'll put up on the screen right now.
This here is guys that's, I mean, look at the pursuit. Look at all the hats running to the ball right now. We're just an overcover 4. This is an excellent job. And that's man number 15 again, Hausman. But you have the entire defense flying to the football right now. Just overcover 4. And believe it or not, it is another screen. It's another screen. That was his answer to all the pressures was a screen, but Thrill Hill, he gets a turn back inside, guys running inside out. Really good defensive play. Numbers. If you get numbers to the ball, that's how you win games. And there are a lot of numbers coming to that football. It's good to see this type of pursuit week in and week out.
So,
look at 42. I know you're finna point him out. Recognizing the screen. The offensive tackle, he set, quick set him, 42, right, watch this. He's just right behind his hip. Gets in there.
Hey, he even gave you a little veteran savvy play. Now, listen, ref's not around. We can point it out. Watch his hands, Vance. Watch his hands. Look at that. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about, son. That's what I'm talking about. You got to be smart with it. You know, keep it inside. Don't yank. Just tug a little bit. Just tug a little bit, son. You know, disrupt the play a little bit. You know,
like I said, there's some guys starting to come along and play right now.
That's some smart football right there, Vance. That's some smart football right there. You pointed out a play with 42 where he was dropping to the flat, and you said he dropped to the flat from number 2 to number 1.
Yeah. And 2 roll. He did a great job playing with his eyes.
Now he's in the game for 0 for Josiah Stewart.
Okay.
That's who he's in the game for.
Josiah Stewart, but I heard him come back. My man trying to eat. He's trying to take his job.
Hold up.
hey, listen, they got it in on the other side too. They got 2 of them now. They have 2 ends.
Okay, let's hold up. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. But you like what I like is you're seeing some depth develop here.
But you know what I'm saying, though, Sam? I'm seeing a smart football player. That's what I'm saying. That recognition right there, Smart football player. The one we talked about, well, they're in a zone drop and had to go to number 1 through number 2. Smart football player. I've seen some other guys out there this year, starters, that have not done that. So in other words, this guy here, whatever they talk about in their meetings and what he does in practice, he is taking it to the game. He is saying, Coach, I'm going to show you should get more playing time. This is what this shows him right here. Here's a guy who's a backup. And the thing they talk about in meetings and what they do in practice, he is taking it to the ball game. He is earning his time on the football field right now.
And then got a sack in the second half where talking about hands to the face. Wait a minute, ref. You just called hands to the face on Mason Graham. This man just took my helmet off, and he don't get a hands to the face call? Hey. I mean, what is that, ref?
It always depends on who they watching. That's all it is. Nothing more, nothing less.
Good grief.
I wouldn't want to be an official. If I was an official, I want to be the umpire. You know why? I'm calling holding every play. After one game, they're going to have to fire me. Because they offensive line, they hold every single snap. I'm throwing so many flags, they're going to kick me out of the game before it's over with because I threw so many flags in the first quarter. They're going to be 15-yard penalties all over the place. That's holding right there. Look at your hands. The man pull away. I saw his jersey pull, flag. That's what should happen. Offenses cheat all the time. So if I'm an official, I'm an umpire, so I can throw flags. I'm going to stop all the cheating.
Yeah. But starting to see some of this depth develop. Now, you've been talking about, Vance, the IQ of the IQ and communication that we saw on last year's championship team was next level. You have pros out there. That's a developing trait. The football IQ and communication for this defense is good, but it's not last year's level. I mean, just call it is what it is. And we kind of see that on this touchdown play that I'm about to bring to the screen here, Vance, where you got to kind of talk me through it and talk the fans through it as well, because it's kind of hard to figure. It's kind of hard to figure what exactly is.
So they just had a big play prior to this to get down here, and they went fast. And one of Wink's calls for goal line is bear defense. In other words, you have two outside backers and nines. You have 2-3 techniques, which means that the guards are covered. You have 0 nose right here. So freeze it right here, Sam. Freeze it right here. And see, throughout this ball game, we have seen minor splits or tight splits by the wide receivers. Okay. So right now, you can see let's go to, as we look at it from our right to left, we see the corner pressing number 9. We see an outside backer. He's coming off the edge. We got a 3 technique. That means he's in a B gap. We have a guy that's on the nose. He's a 0 technique. We have another 3 technique. Now let's go all the way to the boundary. Number 15 out there, Houseman, he should be outside the tight end. He should be the 9 technique. Now,
outside number 87.
Outside number 87. Normally, you say if it's a bunch situation, that means now the 2 receivers, they are right next to number 87. But they are not. This is not bunch. So Houseman should have been inside of those guys right outside of 87. As we look at this video, I see nobody right now in the C gap or the D gap. There's no edge. There's nobody there. So this is a play that Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder could fall for 3 yards. There's nobody there. They say, hey, just walk straight ahead. You're going to fall in the end zone because there's nobody there. So when they block this, 11-0, they just block a man on. The tight end is blocking a C gap. There's nobody in the C gap, Sam. See him step down? So guess what he does? He climbs for a safety. So now when number 1 gets this ball, this is nothing more than duo versus bear defense. That's what it is. But there's nobody for the tight end to duo on, so he just climbs to the next level, which is a safety, who's sitting on the goal line. But this is the up-tempo play after I think a big play, and we're not lined up right. They went fast, so we're not lined properly. Therefore, this is an easy touchdown because we have no edge right here.
Yeah, this is one of those ones where you feel like, if you got a Mike Barrett or Mike St. Ristel on the field, it's like, hey, hold up, timeout. We We not lined up. This is touchdown.
Exactly.
Lined up right.
And this comes from experience and lack of experience at this particular time. Because
Sure.
something is definitely wrong with this picture. You look at this picture like we're not stopping this play at all.
Show you the vantage point. Where is it?
So that's the play right there. Gets him down there.
It's right
Here you go, right here. We got no chance right here. And most of the time, I have a good running back. He's going to run over most safety. Safety's going to tackle him, but he's going to always fall forward, which is what happened right here. But again, he didn't get touched there. He was on the 1 foot line. You don't have a chance because we have no edge right here. And these are some things that we got to get worked out. Again, my man should have been outside number 87. That gives you some chance right there, but maybe the ball might bounce outside. Because what they're trying to do with the two receivers, they're going crack. They're trying to get to the edge.
Yeah. No edge to the defense, and
none at all. Very soft.
Live, you're like, oh man, the safety got trucked. Well, the safety had no chance.
He had no chance, right? Hey, if I'm on offense, I'm going to take this every time if I'm running back, coach. He's supposed to get in the end zone. I'm just being honest with you. Unless you got a safety that's about 220 pounds and he could bring it like that, no. Now you don't have many guys like that. That means they can't run in the back end, so they go play linebacker.
Yep.
That's kind of an up-tempo play, and we didn't recognize things. We didn't get set. And also, they got an easy touchdown right there.
Tough one. Hopefully, that's something that they learn from, right? Still some, teach tape. It's some teach tape.
Don't be surprised they show up somewhere, if not next week, but down the line, because if they know you're in bear defense, they're trying to find ways to attack that. If that's your goal line call, don't be surprised if it shows up again just that same way.
All right, Vance, we go right back to it. Unless
we got 4 minutes left in the ball game. Okay, so right now we got 4 minutes, and right now what you have your best unit on the football field. Now, if we make them punt the football or stop them on 4th down, game is over. So we have the strength of our football team right now on the field. Okay, we got 2nd down and long right here with 4 minutes to go in the game. So I like this call over Will 3. But I run something similar, Sam, but in this situation, just reach right there. See, they have 4 wides in the game. I would tell that the guy in the boundary backer is blitzing. I'm going to tell my Mike linebacker, I'm going to say switch. In other words, I'm going to say, I'm going to cover. Now you blitz the B gap. So now we have a body on a body. You see what I'm talking about here, Sam? We're blitzing that backer and a boundary in the B gap. So number 2 to the boundary is uncovered. The Mike linebacker has to run from the hash mark where he's aligned out wide to cover that guy. That's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do in their protection is almost like they're going a lot of times full slide and blocking off the edge with the back like a pump protection to absorb any blitz inside. So basically what you're getting is 4 vertical routes in this situation, and you're telling that Mike linebacker, well, I'm a curl flat dropper on number 2. That's a tough situation. That's where the ball's going to go for a completion. For the cornerback, who's a deep third guy over here, he has 1 or 2 vertical. He's not stopping this play. He's not stopping this play. So right now, we at a disadvantage. So here we go right now. You can see the corner to the field 1/3, the post safety 1/3, the corner to the boundary 1/3. Okay? So the nickel back at the top, curl flat dropper. The safety showing pressure to the field. He's dropping straight back to the hook. Okay? The defensive end, he's going to drop from a 3-point stance to the hash mark with the hook. And now the Mike linebacker has to expand all the way out to the numbers. The disguise, I like the look. I like the disguise. I like everything about it, except for, again, I'm going to go back to this, for coverage purposes. As a DB coach, I'm making a switch call with the Mike. So, Mike, you wide a line a little bit wider. I'm going to cover. I'm becoming the curl flat dropper. You are going to replace me in this blitz. So now we have better coverage out here. Just that simple. Because again, look at the time. 4 minutes to go in the game. We stop them now. We're going game over with.
So basically, in lay terms, you're telling me it's way too much ground for this guy to cover. Tell him to get from way over here. Could be a curl flat dropper.
He's not going to get there, Sam. He is not going to get there. And then my next question to you this is, Sam, if they are running 3 or zone pressure 3, are we asking the curl flat guys to carry the seams? Okay. Mm-hmm. In this situation, he didn't carry the seam. He spot dropped. Number 2 went vertical. That's where the ball went. To the field where the nickelback is, he did carry the seam over there. So based on what you're teaching, if I'm asking my nickelback to take in other words, if 2 go vertical, if I'm on him as a curl flat dropper, we call it seam flat. I carry him all the way to the goal line. So I don't know what's being taught, what's being asked of these guys to do, but this is a tough situation for that Mike linebacker to ask him to get over there because they picked up this blitz pretty good.
So you saying instead what you do is you have this guy, you switch responsibilities.
Exactly. The Mike will blitz and this outside back will not go to coverage. Mm-hmm. And all you got to do is make a switch call. It affects nobody else. It's just like we playing basketball 2-on-2. They're trying to want to pick. Hey, we're not going to fight through the pick. We're just going to pass this off. Doing the same thing right here. We're just going to pass this off. I'm going to say switch to you. And in other words, you go blitz, I go cover. Just a conversation between 2 people and you move on. As a DB coach, I'm into coverage. I'm trying to find ways to eliminate big plays. And that would be my suggestion with people who work with me in the past. They'd say, Vance has done that because I have. I'm going to cover guys. I don't cover guys up. I hate putting guys in a situation where the success rate is less than 50%. And the success rate here, as you can see what's going to happen, is really low. You see that right there? He got no chance. Corner not making that play. You can sit back and throw this route 10 times. They're going to probably complete this thing 9 times. He's not going to get there. I'm sorry. He's not going to get there. Not going to happen. And the safety's leaning his way. But soon as the ball's out quick, the post safety can't make this play. That's clinic talk. If I went to a clinic and drew it up on the board, I see coaches getting the clinic, they'd say those things. But now in reality, see how that ball's thrown? Low and fast. That safety not making up. He's making a play for right where he did, about a 15-yard gain. He's not going to make that play, Sam. And you can go in and get on the linebacker. He got to go over here, or this guy should do that. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because now time is not on their side. They're trying to say timeouts. They can send vertical routes. The number 1 receiver to the bottom ran out 10-yard outcut. That held that corner from sliding back inside. He can't make that play. He cannot make that play.
All right, last one. Vance, last play. Now we'll bring to the table. I'm bringing 2 versions of it up. So let me bring both videos to the screen.
And this is all in the same drive. This is all in the same drive right here. Okay. Here
you go.
So right now, this is bear Mike. In other words, we're in bear defense. We're in 0, 2 3s, and 2 9s. We're bringing the Mike. He's blitzing. And so the X receiver, that guy into the boundary, we're going to double him. So that corner and that safety, doubling him. That means to the field, okay, the nickel back is man-to-man with no help. The corner is man-to-man with no help. That's what it looks like. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like, okay? So they throw into this guy right here, and the nickel backs is an impressive line. So the one place he cannot get beat, Sam, is inside. Because the safety on the hash mark, he's working to double a guy into the boundary is what it looked like. So in other words, the corner and the nickel back to the field, they are isolated by themselves, no help from anybody anywhere on the football field. And technically, what that means, they're in 0 coverage. That's what that means. And everybody else is man to man. You see the strong safety, he's walked up In the C gap, he has a tight end man to man. We're finna go back. We illustrated this.
Okay.
Here we go right here. You see, everybody see the look. We bringing the heat now. There's 152 left in the ball game. 152 left in this ball game. It's in the fourth quarter. You stop him now, game over with. But we go back to the previous play we showed. We stop him there. We go get him in fourth and long. So we doubling the wide out at the top. Okay, we got a double at the top. The strong safety as a tight end man to man, he's walked up. The nickel back, man to man number 2 to the field outside the hash. The corners, inside technique, man to man. They got no help over here. The one place you cannot get beat is inside. Why? Because there's nobody there but green grass. And the nickelback gets beat and press alignment off the line of scrimmage. He gets beat right away on the slant. He don't have no help. Everybody see that? No, it has no help. That's the one place you can't get beat. Now, for me to sit here and say that on paper in clinic talk, that is true. But I would love for somebody in the stands to come up, go out there, put their uniform on, say I'm getting press alignment, and say I'm not gonna get beat inside. It happens day in and day out, but you teach them not to get beat. But they on scholarship on the other side also. And right now, that's a tough situation. And the name of the game is to play smart. You see his technique? He's soft pedaling back, but he should have taken the inside away. When he went straight back, he lost inside leverage right now. When you use that technique, you have to style a little bit more inside to take the angles away. Football is a game of angles. He lost his angle off his technique. All of a sudden, now they got first down and goal to go, Sam.
The players said after the game, they said, listen, we got to play 4 quarters. They have let leads get eaten into. This one got very, very close, too close for comfort. Onside kick gets called a different way. Now, it's up to Michigan to throw the challenge flag or whatever it is to get a review or whatever, to ask for a review, which Michigan probably would have gotten a good review because they touched the ball before 10 yards. PJ Fleck, complaining about the offsides. Let's say you didn't get the offsides called. You touched the ball before 10 yards. So 6 1/2 dozen the other. But anyway, Michigan got outscored in this game 21-3 in the fourth quarter, man. So, the defensive guys say, the whole team said, we got to play 4 quarters. So they got some things to clean up.
We got to get better in special teams. We got to get better as far as our discipline with the penalties that we're having. Those are things that when you get in close ball games, those are things that can get you beat. And we had some crucial penalties, whether the official called it right or wrong to make a difference, they were called. We had a big play as far as a return on a punt. So those things right there, we can't give up big plays in the special teams. I mean, so those are things that you can get cleaned up. Make sure you have the right guys on your special team. It's great. I want to play somebody. No, I'm trying to win ball games. I mean, all that stuff we did in Pee Wee football is over with. Okay, we don't get ribbons anymore just for showing up. You have to earn the right to be out there. So that means you got to put your starters on the kickoff or punt team or kickoff return team. So be it. I mean, in college, it's earned. It's not given. It's something that you have to earn. And maybe it is, and guys just got blocked. I don't know that. That's part of it. You need to clean up the penalties also. Clean those things up. We're finna travel to Washington this week. And I think you told me they had over 500 yards this past week. Didn't score a lot of points. That's a benefit for us. So keep them out of the end zone. We win the ball game.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this edition of the Michigan Football Film Study, focused on the defense with Vance Bedford. Of course, as we always say, the home for the film studies. If you're watching this, you find it right here on Autograph. Be sure to enjoy all the different offerings on Autograph, because when you do, folks, you are accruing points. In case you didn't know, every time you watch a film study, you listen to a podcast, you read an article, like for instance, us from the MichiganInsider.com, all of our free content, our free articles flow through over on Autograph. Every time you read a piece of our content other free things that you get from other sites on Autograph, you're gaining points, and you can later redeem those points for rewards. That is a great concept that Tom Brady and the Autograph crew came up with to reward your loyalty as fans. Can't beat it. Tell all your friends about it. Tell them this is where they can find the Michigan Football Film Studies exclusively on the Autograph app. And don't forget, listen, folks, the film studies available right here at the links anyway. The links to the PayPal page available right here. We're putting them in the description, putting them in the comment section. Click those links because listen, Vance has things to do. He got steaks to grill. I mean, it could be bison. I mean, Vance got steaks. He getting ribs from everywhere. So we need y'all help, especially when it comes to getting ready for these Buckeye breakdowns. We do them in the bye weeks. You want to know what's going on with these Buckeyes. You want to get ready for this matchup that's coming at the end of the season. This matchup that a lot of you Michigan fans have given up on already. We're going to get you prepared anyway. You got something to watch. You need something to watch in the bye week anyway. Come watch with us. Get ready for the Buckeyes with the Buckeye breakdown. It could be $1, it could be $5, it could be 10, whatever you got. Go to that PayPal page. Click that link. Help us out. Help fund the film study for the Buckeye breakdown. And then we'll be back in the bye week with that breakdown. So we're looking forward to it. Until then, thanks for watching another Michigan football film study focused on the defense with Vance Bedford.
Go Blue.
All right. Now let me record this real quick.